Azure Rank has just raided with 1 viewers.
The frog! The frog!
Hello! It's Tuesday. It's Twitch Tuesday. It's Twitch Thursday. How is everyone? Lumi! Hello! Oh, thank you for the boop. Save, huh? Oh, yeah, I forgot to, hold on. I gotta... Okay, so, all kinds of scuff. This is the revenge of the scuff. Because, as soon as I hit, like, go live, OBS like says, oh, we can't connect, we don't know what's going on, and then I try a couple of fixes and then I hit go start or go live and then it crashes entirely. So I haven't been able to do like any of my prep that I normally would do in like those first 5 minutes. So that's why we still have some like redeems that are on and all that jazz. So hold on, let me fix all that. Hold on. But how is everyone? I hope your week has been good. Bunny, you're not allowed to send me that 6-7 garbage anymore. 20 stream streak. Look at you, Peach. Look at you. And then I heard, so also we're like when we got the raid, and then when you resubbed, like Siren didn't come out because OBS wasn't connected, of course, so it couldn't trigger any of that. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Where is everything? It is gonna be under here. Yeah, there it is. All right, I'm doing good. We're gonna go ahead and disable that one. Then we're gonna disable that one. Is there anything else that needs to get disabled? Anything else weird in there? No? All right, good. Good. Yeah, tonight's gonna be a good night. Oh, I did do a couple things. So you can't see this because it's on my what's that thing called? My Stream Deck. But now I can switch to having echo. Maybe. Oh shit. Hold on. I have to refix it. Oh, this sucks. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's see. Is it gonna work now? No, it's not. What the hell? I'm thoroughly upset. What? Why is it? Okay, I don't understand. Why is it when I like... Anytime I have some kind of like break or like I take some time off, like suddenly nothing works. Like if my routine gets ruined for any reason, suddenly nothing works. I don't understand why. Okay, that should work, right? That what's Nope, that's not it. What the hell? Okay, so now it's on reverb, but I had to click it, so I don't understand what's going on here. Okay, never mind. It's a good thing I tried to show it off because apparently it's not working. Do my other... Hold on. Now I gotta check to see if my other stuff works. Okay, I can put on my coat. Okay, that works. Why is it just this? What is going on here? This is ridiculous. I don't understand what the malfunction here is. Ow! Okay, thank you. Yes, I will hydrate. Apparently you're not allowed to stream outside of Tuesdays. Apparently not. Apparently not. I am busted again, Rabbit. Hold on, I will crack open my ginger ale. And that's what I hydrate with. So yes, last week, Tuesday, I had a tummy ache. As you probably saw in the Discord, I had a massive tummy ache. Not great, not fun. So I had to cancel, unfortunately. So thank you guys for being here. I know this isn't the normal stream day, but I'm glad that you're here. I thought I had something to show off. Apparently I don't. Or do I? Do I? Aha, I do. Oh, Diet Doctor. Nope, that's not how it is. It's Dr. Pepper Zero. Wait, it's called... Oh no, they do have a zero. It is a zero. So, I gotta show off. Let's see if this works. Also, Rocky, hello. Oh, what is that emote? Virexi Beam. Aw, that's a super cool emote. I should have commissioned that. I just commissioned the emotes, by the way. For the emote evote, I commissioned them. We'll have 9 new emotes as part of season 2. And then, who was I talking to? I was gonna say somebody. Who was it? Rabbit. You and your monsters. That's the thing, right? Like, I see all these emotes, I'm like, I want them, but I don't have enough slots for them. Okay, here we go. Check this out. Ready? Watch this. I upgraded the leash. It has physics now. that cool? Look at that. I also have, this is new. I don't remember I gave you guys the option to do this. I don't think I did. But check this out. Ready? Speaking of fancy new assets, here we go. Ready? Help me! Help me! I'm stuck in a milk bottle. Oh, maybe I should do this. Should it be like this? Help! Help me! This is intercom, but it doesn't quite work. Suffy! Suffy, this isn't what it looks like. This isn't what it looks like. I promise. Oh. Oh, okay. This is what it looks like, I promise. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Help me!
His name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Cause you love
Wait, I thought I disabled this. Why is it still going? Oh my god, so much stuff. This is not supposed. Hold on. Fix this. Fix this.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
This should be off. Why is it not? Why is it disabled? All right. That way this doesn't happen anymore because here's the thing. Yeah, I thought I got rid of it too. Here's the thing, okay? Okay. Stuffy, I'm trying to explain something here, okay?
I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Cause you love London and Paris.
Okay, this is what I was trying to say before I was so rudely interrupted. The intent, the original intent of like me showing up.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
The original intent was that if you typed my full name in the chat, there would be like a 1 out of 100 chance of me showing up. But then I realized that, oh yeah, the voice, thank you. Thank you. But then I realized that that's my mod, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Round of applause. What was I saying? My emotes have my name in it. So every time you use one of my emotes, there's a 1 out of 100 chance that it's going to show up. So anyways, that's what's going on. We got Echo! Echo! No! That's you. You. Hold on, I got this. Echo. Ow. Echo. Why did you microwave me? That's not a very nice thing to do. I blacked out for a second there. Guys, he is stinky and farting on stream, but you can't hear it because of the noise. My noise suppression is top notch. That was the shortest lockup in the world. It's a millisecond, Peach, so it's gotta be 13,000 actually. I'm not, okay, hold on. Stop. It's Thursday. My tummy hurts still, a little bit, okay? I hadn't eaten anything all day because I had PTSD from eating on Tuesday. Okay, long story, short story, whatever it is. I got I got tummy troubles leading up to Tuesday. Right? So I was like, oh, okay, I have tummy troubles. Tuesday rolls around and I feel great in the morning, right? I'm like, oh, this is great, blah, blah, blah. I have a sandwich for lunch. I have a sandwich for lunch on Tuesday, and it obliterates my digestive tract, like my digestive system, and I get nauseated, right? So I don't want to eat anything for like yesterday and today. I'm just like, I don't want to eat anything because I'm gonna feel sick if I do. So like all of today, right up until just before stream, all I had was a handful of tortilla chips and 24 saltine crackers. That's all I ate today until just before stream. And then I was feeling very, very lightheaded. So I decided to get Chipotle. And then, why do I, look, I know how many crackers I eat. A sleeve is not 24. A sleeve is like closer to like 36. So, yeah. Because I can count crackers, Rabbit. Because I know how many because I have to conserve my sleeve of crackers. Right? Because I need to know. Thank you. Because I need to know. I was wondering why you just said microwave, Garrow. Because I need to conserve and I need to know how many I have left. So if I have tummy troubles again, I could just eat the rest of my crackers. I need to, you know, parse them out essentially. But anyways, so right before stream, I'm on the app, the Chipotle app, and I'm ordering food. I'm like, okay, yeah, order this, blah, 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 right? Do we not spoil you enough to have crackers at your leisure? No. Look down here. Look at this. Yes, not yesterday. A week ago, we had 400 followers. It dropped down to 399 again. I'm doing something wrong, guys. I'm doing something wrong. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Like, we're doing something wrong here. Like, we're losing followers. And then, you know, subs also. But, yeah, it's hard times over here at the Arcanus household. I mean, I can bring a horde if you prefer. What? Oh my god! Good Lord in heaven. Rabbit! Rabbit, why? Oh, Rabbit, why do you do this to me? I love you, but why? You don't have to do this.
Hype train started.
You don't. You really don't. Oh, thank you so much, Rabbit. You're the best. Siren, what are you doing here? You don't thank people for subs anymore because you're using up all of the you use up all of your credits for that whenever you do that. Okay, well, all right. Well, hold on. We can do this. We'll do this. Siren, my dear, can you please thank Rabbit for their generous contribution? Did that not work? Wow, she is not listening right now. What's going on? Okay, everything is scuff. Okay, she's broken. She's broken. What did you do, Rabbit? You broke her too. Oh my goodness. She's in a rebellious state. She is. Hold on. All right, hold on. I think I have to restart the program. Hold on. Let me restart her program. Oh my goodness. Why? Okay, seriously. I cannot not stream on Tuesdays because everything will break. Okay. Turn on. Turn on, please. Oh, she's broken. What is happening right now? Okay, it's straight up. Oh my god, there's 2 instances of her. That's why. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's do that. Connect. Okay, now we can do it like this. No. What is happening? Hello? I have no clue what is happening right now. She is not working. We're gonna have a sirenless stream tonight. That's not great. Oh, that's not great. Okay, hold on. Oh, Rabbit Judge. Your contribution was so powerful that it broke me into pieces. Thank you so much for your generous contribution. There we go. There we go. That works, right? We got that. There we go. Anyways, yeah, she's straight up broken. I don't know what's gonna happen here. I think it probably has something to do with the fact that OBS crashed. But Rabbit, thank you so much for your love and support. Do you want anything for the hype train? I usually play a song, but you know, it's up to you. This is your hype train. Oh, there you go, Rocky. Yes, thank you. Everyone thank Rabbit. Like, I was so preoccupied with trying to fix everything that's going on. I didn't see who got them. Echo got one. 808 Menihune, which is the area code for Hawaii, so that makes sense. Rocky got one. Azure got one. Look at that. Kitten Boo. I don't know who that is, but welcome. Just crack. Okay, I will buy more crackers. Thank you, Rabbit. that is what I will do with your contribution. Thank you so much. You're the best. So, before we get into like everything, the kind of plan for tonight's stream, at the end of this month, I did promise that we were going to do Artmageddon Part 2. Featuring Lumi. So I think Lumi said they had to go to bed, or they had to go. But Lumi is going to be doing a collab with me at the end of this month where I will finish the rest of the commissions, and I guess we'll take on new ones. And Lumi will be helping me out. I'm trying to figure out a way that we can do a shared screen or a shared canvas. And Lumi will be on a VC. And I think one of the other things that I'm going to try to do is when we originally hit that 400 goal, 400 followers goal, there was a like lie detector stream idea that we wanted to do. But in lieu of that, I think a more fun idea would be for me to do like personality quizzes. I saw somebody, they were doing this and they just had a list of personality quizzes and they would do them. Some more serious than others. Some of them were like the Myers-Briggs. Is that what they did? Some of them they did like a Myers-Briggs, and then some of them were just like a BuzzFeed, like, what Disney princess are you? So I'm thinking of getting like a list of personality quizzes, and then as I'm drawing, Lumi can draw and will ask me those questions and answer it for me, because what I've found is I overthink these questions and I try to like gamify it so that I get the answer that I want. But if I'm distracted, you guys will get the most honest version of everything. So that's what we're thinking for the end of the month. I'm prepping that as we speak. April is going to be April, Affiliate April. Affiliate April, is that what it is? Affiliate Anniversary April, AAA. And that's going to be my second year as affiliate, I think it is. Yeah, it's second year of affiliate, even though I've been streaming for about 3 years. Almost 3 years, I should say. Like 2.5 years. My affiliate anniversary is 6 months. Like, there's a 6-month like difference. April O'Neil. April. Oh my goodness. April O'Neil month wall to wall TMNT gaming. I got a dungeon. Have lurk. Have a good lurk, Rabbit. What was I saying? What was I saying? Oh, April. It is affiliate anniversary April. So I'm also planning on doing some special streams, still in the works. And I am still planning on doing the live stream, the IRL stream from, bringing you guys to a certain theme park in real life. So look forward to that. That's going to be our April anniversary. You got distracted about putting someone in a dungeon. This is my... What's the thing? This is my dungeon. This is my playroom. Is that what it is? Terrible, terrible book. I haven't read it. Terrible movie. Haven't watched it. But, you know. But yeah, so that's probably going to be towards the end of April. So I'm working on that as well. And like I said, I commissioned some new emotes for the emote season 2 emotes. So those will probably be available in April as well. So we'll have new emotes for my affiliate anniversary. So all good things, all fun things coming. I just have to make sure that all of the streams work. So that's going to be a thing. Did anyone, now that I think about it, did anyone see the eclipse on Wednesday? I think it was Wednesday. I didn't stay up for it because A, I was kind of sick, and B, like, it was at 3 a.m. or something like that. It was something ridiculous. The biggest tragedy is that Echo doesn't echo, echoes. You know what's funny is I could probably program something so that anytime Echo types into the chat, Siren will repeat what they say. I could probably program that. Dude, I went outside and it was 3 a.m. EST, but it started at 6 a.m. Oh, no. Wait, you went outside and it was 3, but it started at 6. So look, you could have just stayed up and outside in the freezing cold for like 3 hours. I don't know what the problem here is, Suffy. Look, it's for the blood moon, okay? Are you a real one or not? Okay? That's what you got to ask yourself. Am I a real one? Let's see. How do I do this? Actions. Let's see. Let's nest it under messages. Let's see. Hold on. I wonder if I can program this. Let's see here. Give me a second. I'm gonna work on this really quick. Oh, I don't know if I can. because it would require it to pull. Hold on. I think I can do this. Trigger. Let's add a trigger. It's going to be a custom trigger from Twitch chat. And we're going to pull a chat message. Okay. And then we're going to say if, hold on, I'm getting into this. Hold on. We can do this. Okay. If, I kind of wish that I had this set up so you could see what I'm doing. Okay, then we're going to do an if else. Okay, and if equals, what's your name? Oh, how does this work? It's if username. If username. Okay. Equals the underscore echo 3. Okay. Oh no, it's all lowercase. Okay, then okay. Okay, then if true. Okay, hold on, I have to get raw data too. Okay, so add core users user info. Okay, it's gonna be user name. I think it's username. I think that's the boolean here. No, I think it's just user actually. Hold on. If user, okay, I'll do that. How do I move this up? Okay, there we go. So if user, and then if the username equals echo 3, test result or true results equals, and then we're gonna add. We also have to add raw data. So we'll go add Twitch user target equals raw input. Okay. Ow! Stuffy! Okay. So raw input, and then so if results true, so if the user is echo, then what we'll do is we'll send a message into chat, reply to message, and this is going to be raw input. Okay. Stop microwaving me. I'm doing something. I'm cooking here. I'm cooking. Stop. Stop. Okay. And then logic. Arguments. How do I end? Like end immediately. Users, triggers, timers, signals, logic, break. Okay, there we go. Is it working? Did it work? Hold on. Echo, type something. Type. Oh, it works. It works. Garo, type something. Is it isolated to just echo? Oh my god, yes. Oh my god, yes, it worked. Live programming, ladies and gentlemen. Echo, type something. Echo, come on. Come on. You gotta play with me here. Come on. Echo. Oh my goodness. Mods. Make them chat, please. And then because it's a reply, it's echo, echo, echo. Look at right here. Can you see it? You can see it in the chat. It goes, Echo did Lamau, and then it says replying to Echo Lamau, and then Siren says Lamau. Thank you, thank you. I am the greatest. I know, I get it. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you for the claps. I want to play with you. Oh. Echo! Echo! No, you have to speak. You have to speak. Speak! I feel like I'm training a dog. Sit. Speak. Stay. Ow. Echo. I will hydrate, thank you. Echo. Speak. Stop! Sophie! Echo is not gonna speak anymore. Why are you sulking? You wanted this! This is all about you! Ow. I'll drink my Canada Dry. Okay, hold on. Garo is genuine here, and I will ask, like, do you want me to turn it off? I will turn it off. Okay, I'll turn it off. I see. Hold on. It's easy, because now it's programmed. I can just turn it off. Okay, now try again. See? There we go! See? I am nothing if not respect. There we go. See, just like Garo said, respectful of your consent. Thank you for that, Suffy. Okay. Suffy, not Suffy. Shit. Echo. I'm sorry that I didn't take your feelings into account when I programmed my streamer bot to do something silly. I'm sorry it made you feel bad. I'm sorry I made you feel bad. It is off now. It is off. Although I could make it a ridiculously high channel point redeem that turns it on. So chat can determine whether or not you echo. That would be kind of cool. So it'd be like 10,000 channel points to make Echo echo. And then you could make a trigger for Echo. Yeah. And then Echo, you would have the ability to turn it off. Or, yeah, we could just have you... Hold on. No, that's a good idea. Echo, you have the ability. We're going to give you this ability. Hold on. Hold on. We're going to give you the ability. I like that, actually. Or for 3 messages after they microwave me. Oh, if you microwave me, then you get echoed. Hold on, let's see. Hold on. Let's add this. This is gonna be a echo on. Okay, and then the command is exclamation point. Okay, let's do that. And then we're gonna give this only to, can I user permissions? Yes, add, and then we'll go the underscore echo 3. So only you have the ability to turn this on. Okay. Then, hold on. We're doing this. Okay, then what we'll do here is add, this will be a echo on. And then it'll be, the trigger will be a, where is it? Twitch? No, it's going to be a core command. The command is triggered. And it's going to be echo on. Okay. And then can I enable actions, right? No, it's a, what is this thing called? It's a trigger? No, it's not a trigger. What is it called? An action. We're going to trigger an action and we're going to do action state echo. Okay. Cool. And then what we'll do is we'll duplicate this so that you get echo off. Okay. And then this is going to disable oh. Yeah. Hold on. We don't actually have to do that. So we'll delete this. And then what we do here instead is enable, we'll toggle it. There we go. Okay. So now this should work. Hold on. Let's disable this. That's going to be enabled. Okay. Echo. This is the command. It's I want to echo. Exclamation point, I want to echo. Only, I can't even trigger it. It didn't work for me. Try triggering that. Wait, why did it turn on? Oh, shit. Hold on. Oh, because I'm the streamer. It doesn't count for me. Hold on. All right, I'm going to turn it off. Shit. Sorry. Okay. Now try it, Echo. Okay, let's see. Commands. Okay. Did that trigger? Did it work? I think it worked. Okay, now if you do it again, exclamation point, I want to echo, it should turn off. It should turn it off. Oh no, because you're echoing. Okay, so it will echo your commands, but now it's off. I can see it. It's marked as off. So now if you type again, oh yeah, see? Ha. There we go. We nailed it. So now you control this. You can determine if you want to echo or not. There you go. You're welcome. Good job, Garo. I like that idea. But now I know I could do this. That was on the fly. I had no idea I could program that, and it worked. I'm more surprised I remembered the Boolean terms, the search terms for this. And I missed Rocky. Rocky, what did you say here? Honestly, I can't help but imagine this Echo saying something and then Siren saying the same thing the way little kids would say, but Siren making it mildly seductive. I mean, oh, can I do that? I could trigger her to actually say it out loud instead of like the bot. So that's a thing that could happen. Have you never seen bot? What? Who? What? I'm disproportionately happy that this thing works out. That means there's so much more I can do now. Now that I know this works, I could totally do this. We could do like a live program one day and we'll just like make, oh, that's a thing. Okay, so when we do the cleanup stream, obviously I have to get rid of like all these redeems and stuff that no one uses, right? Like say his name and all the other ones that word of the day that no one uses, and all those dumb ones that no one really cares about anymore. We'll get rid of all those redeems, and then we'll build new ones. We'll start from scratch. We'll build some new ones. Buttsbot is a chat that reads the chat and randomly picks a person to quote and then replaces a word with butt. Can I do that? Can I recreate that? So Siren's butt? Siren, no. Butts, it's Buttsbot. So it'd be Siren's butt? Because it'd be Siren who's copying it. But how would I trigger it for a random word? It would have to be a whole different like C# program running in the background, which is a little bit beyond me right now. I don't know C# very well. I know some Java, but C# is not where my strong suit is. But I might be able to. Rocky. You're here. Obviously you're here. I was talking about Affiliate April. It's my affiliate anniversary, and I'm trying to plan a bunch of fun things to do every week of April until we get to the live stream. And I kind of want to do the lore stream in April if you're down for it. You don't have to answer now. I'm just throwing it out there. We are drawing at the end of this month. Rocky. It's gonna be with Lumi. I'm doing a collab with Lumi, and then April I'm trying to do a bunch of collabs as all the way through April, since it's my affiliate anniversary. Doodles, that's the extent of my drawing. Like, you've seen them. I don't know if you're here for the art stream, Echo, but yeah, they were not great. I can do that assuming nothing breaks. Well, I can't promise nothing's gonna break. Let's be honest here, because my stream was a scuff going into the stream today. Look at this scuff. What? Come on. Look at my hand. Focus. Oh my gosh. What is happening? Okay. Focus. What the? Okay, there we go. Good. Finally. I told you, everything is scuff. Are we doing that one game? My PC should be... Oh, yeah. Then we can... So, Suffy, if you're down, we can do Keytane. Keep talking and nobody explodes. I've been wanting to play that on stream for the longest time now. Oh, and my chat bot isn't on for Play with Viewers. That's cool. So if we're doing collabs all of April, I have ideas. We will connect. We will connect. So Rocky, Suffy, I'll have to connect with you so we can plan this out. We have a month, so half a month or so. Is that gonna work? Okay. Yeah, half my stuff isn't working. That's wild. I don't understand. Where are my numbers? Oh, they're over here. Jeez. Seriously, I don't stream. I do a weird stream for a week, and then I don't stream for my normal, my normal stream day, and suddenly just everything doesn't work anymore. Who's in Fortnite? Who's in Fortnite? Who is in Fortnite, actually? Peter Griffin? I know Peter Griffin's in Fortnite, right? The lizard meme? Seriously? Lizard. That one? That's who they put in Fortnite? Oh my god, they're scraping the bottom of the barrel here, guys. Oh, somebody so hold on. Right now, this design is only on a desk mat. Do you guys want this on a shirt? I can put this on a shirt. I just don't know if like anyone cares to do that. I was thinking of doing like a sweatshirt, but then those are kind of a, I don't know. We talked about this. Wait, what did we talk about? Yarrow. Fish brain. I don't understand. Echo. How is March and April? What deck do you want to use? You're up. Deck number 3. There was something else that I read about that they're in like either in Fortnite or something. I can't remember what it was. There is not a single thought between those eyes. I mean, he is a lizard. I can't remember if I had launched this. Like, look at this. You guys are down here now, so it doesn't block the screen anymore. You guys proud of me? Look at that. And then next week I'm gonna try to do the Super Smash Brothers the Super Smash Brothers Major Arcana supporter poll. So we'll see who gets this month's full reading. Damn it, Rocky, I didn't read your story. I'm sorry. I have it. It's there. I promise. I promise. I will read it. I promise I'll read it. Aaron, hello. I read like the first paragraph and then I was like, I'll read this later. And then I never read it again. I never went back to it. I will read it. I promise. I promise. I feel bad. Knight of Pentacles. I am doing pretty okay. I've been sick the past week or so. As you probably know, I usually stream on Tuesdays. Today is not a Tuesday. But I was feeling well enough today. So welcome to the off Thursday. An off Thursday stream. Eight of Swords. Yeah, this afternoon, after I finished my 24th saltine cracker, I hit a wall and I was like, oh, I'm so tired. I should probably have eaten more than just 12 saltine crackers for lunch. Eight of Swords. But that is neither here nor there because I did have Chipotle for dinner. Oh, which I never actually finished my story about Chipotle. So I was on my app and I was like, oh, let me go ahead and order Chipotle so I can go and like pick it up. So like, there are two that I usually go to, right? One of them is close to where I work and then one of them is close to where I live. So because I was on my way home, the app assumed that I wanted to pick it up from the one that's close to where I work. And I didn't pay attention. to where I was ordering it. So I went through the whole thing. I ordered and I paid. And I was like, okay, cool. Let me start going. So I'd like get in my car and I start going. 10 of Wands. And then I was like, hold on a minute. Like I had the wherewithal to like stop and think. And I checked and it was at the wrong location. So I tried to call the store, and then the automated like thing on the phone was all like, oh, the store can't cancel your orders. You have to talk to the chatbot. So I had to pull over and like chat with the chatbot. And then it was like, oh yeah, we can totally cancel your order, or we can transfer your order over. But you have to order it at the place. Have you done that already? So I had to back out of the chatbot and I had to order it a second time at the right place, give the chatbot both order numbers so it could like find it and cancel it. It was nightmarish. Like, you have no idea. Rabbit, welcome back from the dungeon. I just tried to find a channel from your Discord while being in my own. Garo, you're doing wonderful, sweetie. You're doing a great job. Suspicious username. Hello, I just saw you. I was just talking about the Chipotle. Nah, I'm pretty sure it's thanks for 5 minutes. Sunday. Yeah, that sounds about right. It's Sunday. It's Suspicious Sunday. Have you all ever played Slay the Princess? Is that weird like mental, not mental, what's that word I'm looking for? It's like a psycho thriller. Suspicious username. I swear you've chatted in here before. Because your username seems familiar to me. Slay the Princess, that's the one that's in like black and white, like scribbly art. Oh, Rabbit, I don't know if you missed it or not. We did live programming. So Echo has their own commands so that they can echo. I learned this skill that I can do these things now. So my skills as a streamer have grown tenfold today. All right, Echo. What was your question? Oh, geez. How's March and April going to be for me? Okay. So Knight of Pentacles. This is our here and now. So we're talking about moving into these months, kind of our current situation, our current standing. The creator of Slay the Princess said that they would rather people experience it themselves unspoiled, even if that means they need to private it. What the heck? Seriously? Based developer over there. All right, Knight of Pentacles. This in the reverse is a card of apathy, or not apathy. It's the opposite of that actually. It's like impatience, wanting to kind of move forward to get through this. So we definitely have this adventurous spirit. We have these ideas and these things that we want to get done, right? And we see March and April as kind of this playground, this opportunity for this to happen, right? So we're ready to go, right? And I think maybe that's why you're asking, like, how does it look for me? Because we want these things to happen, and we want something to happen. What is blocking us is the Hierophant, also in the reverse. The Hierophant is a card of blind fate, right? It's a card of not following the status quo, not following the socially accepted kind of way forward, right? So that's what's kind of blocking that, is that what we want to do or how we want to get there is not difficult, but it's kind of contrary to everything that we're used to, right? Like, it is this adventurous spirit that's actually going to hinder us, right? Because it's so different, it's so off the wall. Like, people are saying, slow down, like Echo, like you don't have to you don't have to go buck wild, right? So it's this weird push and pull of like doing what you want versus doing what people expect of you, right? I need to get there we go. We'll pull it down here. So the Eight of Swords is the advice to get through that and to get over that kind of blockage. And the Eight of Swords is a card of it's a card of, and this is going to sound really weird when I say it out loud, but it's a card of staying in our lane, right? So just like it shows here, right? The cherub or the angel that's depicted in the card, they're in the cage. The cage is slightly open, so they have the ability to move. They have the ability to fly. And their wings are definitely outside of the cage, but there is still kind of this conformity, this, like I said, staying in your lane. That's the advice that it's giving us. Like, hey, we know you got these bold ideas. We know that you want to do things your way, and damn the consequences. But the Hierophant exists for a reason, and these tried and true methods, these tried and true expectations exist for a reason. So we can't go off the beaten path too much, right? And it's saying stay in that comfort zone, stay in that middle ground. So I think you just you kind of hit the nail on the head there in your last message. I gotta play nice, right? Like, that's kind of what it is. You have to play by the rules right now. Play their game. And the end result here is the Ten of Wands. And the tens are always kind of my favorite because they are happily ever after, right? The Ten of Wands in this case is a abundance, right? It is an abundance, but also it's a refusal of aid. So this is one of those things where it's like, oh yes, like you're going to have this abundance. You're going to carry all your successes on your back. And it's also going to be of your own volition, of your own doing. So you are going to succeed not on your own terms, but from the sweat of your own brow. Right? So even though you're playing by their rules, you're playing their games, your success is yours alone. And you can take pride in that. Yes, it didn't happen in the path that you wanted it to be, but that is still your success. Does that make sense? Not me reading a book series called Off the Beaten Path. I'm intrigued, Rocky. We're going to have to discuss that. So I'll be sort of all right, basically. Yeah. Right. And it's like, hey, I get it. Like, you're ambitious. Like, you are unique. But now it's not the time to flex that. Like you're saying, you got to play nice. You got to play by their rules right now, because that's how you're going to get ahead. Okay? You got this, Echo. You got this. I believe in you. Rocky, you're up. Whatever deck gives me hope. Hold on, give me a second. Should note it has a fair bit of smut and takes place in a time where political correctness wasn't exactly top priority. Ooh. I'm gonna keep this this out though because I don't know all the stories by heart yet. So we'll keep the guidebook out. So we're gonna do a story tarot for the storyteller. Have you guys? Okay. It's gonna sound really bad when I say it out loud. Have you guys ever been like surprised by smut? Like, okay, the context, like Rocky was saying, right? Like they're reading a book and it has a bit of smut in the book, right? Like I was reading a book and I was like, oh, this is a really fun story. And then just like suddenly like one chapter, I was like, it was spicy. And I was like, oh, this is not what I was expecting. Like it was really fun and wholesome and cute. And then it got spicy for like one chapter. No one? Does it not really a thing that happens to people? Never let him know your next move. I mean, yeah, but if I'm like in public reading my book, like I don't want to like get flashbanged by that scene, by that chapter, you know? What if someone's like reading like yes, yeah, surprise smut, exactly. Like what if someone's reading over my shoulder? Like I'm sitting on the bus and like someone's reading over my shoulder. Like come on. Nine of Wands. I love coming back to surprise smut. What? Coming back to like you're like, wait, but how can you? I'm interpreting that as like you're going back to it, like you're rereading it. It can't be surprise. You can't be surprised twice, right? So it's a story with some adventure and romance between a man and a mid-colonial times with a blind tribal herbalist with a bit of extra spice. So just a normal Tuesday. Do I blush when I read smut? I mean, yeah, we've talked about this. I'm a say-so family-friendly virgin streamer. Okay? Everyone knows this. Echo, you know this, right? Peach knows this. All my regulars know this. Stop. No, I'm not. Why do I have a collar and a leash? What if I have a dog? No! Why is the liar supersede the say-so? Oh, it's okay because the liar will disappear soon and then I will be say-so. What if I want to practice having a dog, right? Like what if I had a dog? Show us a picture of your dog. I don't have pictures of my dogs. Look, okay, look. Haven't you guys ever done that thing where you have like, look how responsible I can be, Dad and Mom. Like, I'm gonna like take care of this rock, right? What if I'm just doing that? What if I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna practice having a pet, and I'm gonna have this leash and this collar. So I'm in the I'm in the practice of like taking the leash out. So when it's time for a walk, and like it reminds me like, oh, I have to feed the dog. You know, it's just. Look, it's totally normal for someone who doesn't have a dog to have a leash and collar in their house. Right? Someone back me up here. Rocky, back me up. I'm like looking at I'm looking at my chat right now. I was like, who's gonna back me up here? This is totally normal, right? Normal things. 5 of Wands. Have you guys seen that episode of Bob's Burgers where like Bob realizes he had like a bad childhood because his like toys were like a bar of soap and like steel wool and stuff like that? I was like, oh no, Mr. Doglovich, you know? That's how I'm feeling right now, okay? I did forget to mention that the characters may also... Hold on, Rocky. So you're telling me that this is a guy in pre-colonial wherever who's also a furry? My model triggers are not... Oh, scheisse. Because OBS had crashed. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Channel point rewards. Oh, yeah, they're not. Oh, geez. Okay, let's see. Let's do... Enable. Oh yeah, my ears aren't enabled. I was wondering what's going on here. Enable. There we go. Okay, so that... There we go. Okay. Thank you. There we go. Why have a dog when you can be your own? Woof woof. Alright, and the last card is the Hermit in reverse. Okay. Why would you... Okay. I kind of expected that. That will probably be a YouTube short. Unless there's a better clip that comes around, that's probably going to be the YouTube short for this week. The only thing that would have been better is if the timing were woof woof, and then it goes, oh, and then I turn into a wolf. Which I can edit, but it's not as good. Because it didn't happen naturally. Like, now we're clip farming if we're doing that. All right, now let me see, because this is 2 layers here. This is 9 of Wands, so we need to see what story this is. All right, let's see. 9 of Wands is... Vasilisa, a Russian fairy tale. Then we have the Fool, which is the Little Mermaid. And then we have the Five of Wands, which is the Pandavas. And then we have the Hermit, which is Druid and White Stag, the Celtic legend. Okay, very interesting. Would you like to see the cover of the book once I'm done eating? Yes, please. You could edit in. You could edit in as a segue to you showing your wolf model. Yeah, I guess I could do that. As seen on Twitch. Yeah, we could do that. Oh, ruff, ruff, ruff. All right, let's do this. General reading for you, Rocky. Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands in the upright is a card of resilience. It's a card of grit. It's a kind of a last stand. So we have been through it. We're doing what we can, but we're also at this point, we're like, you know what? I don't know if I want to continue. I don't know if I want to keep doing this struggle. Like, we're just looking for a break, right? We're waiting for that break to happen. And we're getting close to the end of just like, do I want to keep doing this? The Fool in the reverse is the thing that is making this difficult for us, right? And the Fool in the reverse is a card of it's a card of recklessness, right? And essentially what that means is, like, if we move forward, like the things that we're doing, if we're not careful about these things, if we don't act with care, then there's a very real chance that, you know, we go astray, that we do the wrong thing, that we perform the wrong actions, right? So what that's saying is that we can't be foolish in how we move forward. Yes, we're at the end of our rope. Yes, we want to keep moving forward, but we have to be careful about how we do that, right? So it's kind of a warning. The Five of Wands is the card that is our advice to get over this, right? And the Five of Wands talks about, in the reverse, this is a card of avoiding conflict, right? It's a card that says the way through this and the way that we have to move forward is by playing this middle ground, which I think it's a theme of kind of what these next few months are, is that there's going to be a lot of change. Like, we just went through the blood moon, right? Like, there's going to be a lot of change. There's going to be a lot of opposition. And for us to be successful, similar to Echo's like advice, like, we have to kind of play that middle road, right? We have to play their game, play by their rules, avoid conflict, right? Be a little appeasing to kind of what people are expecting of us or what people ask of us. Because if we, you know, go buck wild and we do our own thing, then those people who might have been able to help us aren't going to anymore, right? We burn bridges that way. The Hermit in the reverse is going to be our last card. And the Hermit in the reverse is a card of it's a card of isolation, right? It's a card that talks about being on our own. All right, so this is an interesting one, right? Because it says, yes, we have to appease kind of the masses and we have to play by their rules, but ultimately at the end of the day, like, we're still doing our own thing, right? This doesn't fold them into our cause. This doesn't fold them into our adventure and our journey. Like, they are a means to an end, right? And the Hermit in reverse, like I said, is that card of isolation. It's that card of doing things on our own, right? For better or for worse, right? The Hermit in reverse also represents a card of loneliness, right? So maybe there is a tinge of, I kind of wish that these people had gone with me, right? These connections, these people I had helped out or served would follow me into those next steps. But it's a reality that we have to come to terms with, is that this is our path forward. We can't expect anyone to go with us, and we have to be okay with that. Does it make some sense, Rocky? I was wondering what was going on here. Hold on, give me a second. There we go. That's more comfortable. Yes? Okay. So, do your thing. Do it right. Do right by others. And you're going to make it through. Okay? Aaron, you're up, by the way. You still with us? There you are. Look, Rocky, we can talk about this, right? We will talk about this, right? Now's not the time. I gotta do a reading for Aaron. They want to love reading. This is not the time. We are going to talk about this. We're gonna talk about this. You make it sound bad, like worse than it is. Aaron, what deck do you want to use, by the way? Nine, yet. No. 3, okay. Look, I have an idea, okay? Look, I had an idea. I was trying to figure out some, like, references, and that's the first character that came to mind, okay? Like, sue me. Like, you can like the character design despite, like, the character, right? Like, come on. Just cut me some slack here. Like, Aaron, back me up here. Because it's a nice design. Like, the character design is great. Wheel of Fortune. Strong start. Aaron, like, playing the Switzerland card here. Aaron's like, I'm just here for my love reading. I'm not gonna inject any negative energy into this. I need a good love reading right now. Okay, are we gonna have to do like a hear me out of like character designs? Rocky, is that what's going on right now? Like, do I have to defend my character design choices? Five of Pentacles. Don't make me pull. What is a glitter Glock? In this case, mine's Tamsy. Who's Tamsy? I'm gonna have to look that up. Hold on. Let me draw these cards first. I'm gonna look up who Tamsy is. Page of Cups. Who's Tamsy? Wait, you mentioned Tamsy before. Page of Cups. You'll find glitter in your unmentionables 6 months later if you choose to make me use it. What the? What the? It's a glitter gun? Is that what you're talking about? Hmm. Five of Cups. See, I have some opinions. I have some opinions, Rocky, about your choice of glitter projectile. Hmm. See, two of us can play that game. Okay, who am I looking up again? Tammy what? Not Tammy. Tamsy. Tamsy Kane. What is Tamsy Kane? Canes. What is this? Why? What? I don't want ads. I just want to see who this character is. Looks like a bird man. That's a cool design. See? That's a cool design. I can get behind that. Oh, now I'm going down this rabbit hole. Gas mask and everything? See? That's cool. I can understand Echoes hear me out more. Look, I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this, Rocky. I'm doing a tarot reading for Aaron, a love reading, okay? I need clean energy, and you're harshing my vibe, man. You're harshing my vibe because I like certain character designs, okay? Can I hold on? Can my tracking do this? There you go. Yeah, I can move my mouth. See? I love men with long hair. I am weak. Fair. Aaron. Let's reset. Let's rewind. Okay. Aaron. The Wheel of Fortune as our hero now. Interesting, because the Wheel of Fortune is a card of cycles, of change, right? The key energy, the kind of key indicators that we see with the Wheel of Fortune is kind of repetition, right? Like we feel like we're kind of in a rut, that we're doing the same thing over and over again. Maybe we're seeing the same kinds of relationships, the same kind of people coming in and out of our lives, kind of like a revolving door of energy, of romantic energy, right? Same as yours hair is so long. Okay, define so long. Like how long is long? Like what are we talking? Okay. So Aaron, that's where we're at. I'm getting distracted. So we are kind of in this, like I said, this rut, this revolving door of energy, right? Same thing is happening. We see a lot of the same thing, but the important thing to realize, especially with the Wheel of Fortune, is that as that wheel turns and we see the same things happen over and over again, we have the ability to change. Like we can learn from the past cycle and we can do better. Now, the Five of Pentacles is the thing that's blocking that and making things difficult for us. The Five of Pentacles is a card of need, of insecurity. So part of this kind of cycle also stems from within, right? There is a level of what's the word I'm looking for? Self-doubt of, please take this in the kindest way possible, right? But like, am I doing something wrong, right? Am I part of the reason, part of the problem, quote unquote, right? Part of it stems from, well, if this is always happening, like if this is always happening around me, am I the reason? Like, am I the lowest common denominator here? And that's a natural thing to think about. That's a natural thing to feel, especially when we constantly are in this cycle, right? To help us get through that is the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is a card of, oh, that's hilarious. The Page of Cups is our romance card, right? It is a card that says, it is the quintessential romantic card, right? Second only to the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is the knight in shining armor, right? The Lancelot to the Guinevere. The Page of Cups is the beginnings of that, right? We have seen the past, we have lived through the cycle, we've done better each time, and the Page of Cups says we are ready to move forward with the with this relationship, with romance. So essentially what that's saying is, it is here, it is coming, right? You're not the genesis for this cycle, because remember, this is a major arcana card. Major arcanas have very little influence from us as people, right? This is something that you had to go through. I think, I'm trying to remember, I think maybe we had a discussion, or we did a reading, I should say, about this before, and one of the advice pieces I gave was, we have to work on ourselves. Right now is not the time. We're not ready for a relationship right now. And that is what that Wheel of Fortune is, right? It was giving us this lesson, is getting us ready. It is giving us these chances to work on ourselves and to find those deficiencies and elevate ourselves, right? And the Page of Cups now is saying, you know what, Aaron, it's time, right? Don't worry about that. Like, it's not you. This was something that you had to go through. This was a lesson that you learned. This is a growth journey that you had to take. The end result is the Five of Wands and the Five of Cups. So we go from the realm of the physical and the major arcana to cups, which is romance and our heart. And the Five of Cups is a card in the reverse. It talks about moving on and finding peace and acceptance. So we are going to be able to find that peace. We are going to find that person who accepts us for who we are, faults and all, right? I've talked about this before, where, you know, it's about finding that person, that partner who can fill those deficiencies, and we can fill theirs, right? We can nest into those valleys and crevices of our soul, with each other. And that's what the Five of Wands talks about here, is that we are going to be able to find that acceptance not only from that other person, but from ourselves as well, right? Because a lot of that, like we were seeing here, we think maybe it's coming from, you know, from inside, from we are part of that, part of that cycle, and growing past that and learning to love ourselves as well as share that love with others is going to be what is important. Does that make sense? I just saw the photo. What are you talking about, Aaron? Echo, what are you talking about? Yes, thank you. I just really started dating super recently too. I'm now feeling ready. Okay, yeah. So it is here, and you are going to find that person who accepts you, and you are going to be able to accept yourself, okay? Spider, how are you? So this is saying something is coming. Yes, yeah, because we're talking about the Page of Cups as part of this growth cycle. Spider, I can't take the credit for this. Peach sent me something about was it called Maker Forge? I know you use that, and they introduced tarot cards to it. Yeah, I did turn on Word of the Day. Hero Forge, that's right, Hero Forge. They added tarot cards as a prop for the figures. Do those cards describe them? They do not. This is just your journey. I can pull a clarifier. Oh my god. Okay. That is hilarious. So whenever I pull a clarifier, I usually pull it from the bottom card because that's the one that is most easily seen, the one that wants to be seen. So the King of Cups, that is the clarifier that wanted to be seen. The King of Cups is a card of wisdom and generosity. It is the pinnacle of romance, right? Because it is the King of Cups. So when it talks about this person, right, it is true, honest to goodness relationship. It is true and honest to goodness connection, right? This is going to be the it is one of ow.
KOVT just followed.
KO! Hello, thank you for the follow. What was I saying? It's not love at first sight, per se, right? It is love at first connection. Because when I think about the King of Cups, it is true love, true connection. Not superficial, not about looks or anything like that. Like, it's going to make sense. It's going to click for you, Aaron. So as you talk to these people, right, you're going to know. That's the thing. Like, it doesn't say who it is. You're just going to know because it is going to be that genuine connection. So I don't think you have to worry too much about it. It's going to manifest very clearly for you. Okay. You got to make me behave. KO. Do I have to worry about you? What's going on here? Aaron, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. If you're an associate of Echo, then I think I do have to worry about you. But welcome in. Boss is a creature. 20 stream streak from Spider as well. You know who else is in the 20 stream streaks squad? Is Peach. Speaking of, Peach, you're up. A creature who has been enjoying her evening and needs to behave. I see, I see. Well then, what we could do is, we can do this. Exclamation point. Just a quick 10, yeah, no, that wasn't even, yeah, just a quick 10 seconds. Just show you my power. I'd run a tight ship around here, Kale. Ask my spider mod, damn it. Ask my hammer mod, Garo. Garo is my second in command, and they run a tight ship around here too. Shut up. What? I did nothing of the sort. Spider, how? Ow. I saw the word spider and it sounded like hammer in my head. Okay? Just saying. Just shut up. You guys are mean to me. Why? Don't do that. Peach, what deck do you want to use? See? Spider gets it. Spider gets it. Spiders are, you know, classically known for their hard heads. When you're a spider, everything starts to look like a nail. See? Okay, that's taken out of context. Okay, that's taken out of context. We were talking about... Hold on, why did I bark? Why did I bark? What were we talking about? Oh my god, I can't remember why I barked. Shut up. No, that's not why. That's not why. We were talking about something. What were we talking about? Yes, that's right. We're talking about practicing for a dog. That's okay. Well, now you can't see anything. Thanks, Hammer. Spider. I need to reset my brain. Hold on. Today's not my usual stream day. Okay? I've been sick. I'm feeling okay. Right? Is there, hold on, that point, is there like is there a global emote of like the cat laughing, pointing thing? You guys know what emote I'm talking about? Like the cat, it's like laughing. That's the only way I can describe it. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Ace of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. Oh, we were just talking about the Knight of Cups, and now he's popped up here. Two of Cups. Interesting. Not what I would expect, not cards I would expect for a prospects reading. Huh. Five of Wands. All right, let's see. Okay. Sorry, that laugh was not intended for you. There we go. I had some tabs open and I was like, what is this tab? Oh, never mind. My big arcana energy seems to have evaded me. It is true. Like, you are all minor arcana. Low minor arcana with the exception of the thing that's blocking you, which is not great. But let's see how all of these coalesce into a single reading. So, let's see, you said, how do my career prospects look like in the near future? So we're getting Cups, which is emotions. We have Pentacles, which is our physical here and now, and money and jobs. And then we end with Wands, which is an interesting thing. Soren, is the cat laughing meme the one I just sent in the React channel? Okay, let's see. Yes, that one. Yes, that one. It's gonna be super loud if I play it. Yeah, that one. I just realized it plays in the thing, in the stream, so you just heard the cat laughing. That's the one, yes. Why? Me when Soren forgets name. What are you talking about? I didn't forget anyone's name. I haven't forgotten anyone's name. I mean, that's not forgetting. That's just saying the wrong thing. I didn't forget your name. I just said the wrong thing. The wires got crossed, you know what I'm saying? Wires got crossed, okay? I'm just saying, wires got crossed. The hammer and spider look and sound the same to me. And then I saw them on the chat and they were like scrolling through and my brain gravitated to, ow. My brain, I just hit my desk up here. I just like, ow. Ow. Damn, that hurt a lot. I hit the corner of my monitor up here. Ow. Okay, I'm done. I'm done talking. What is that? Okay, never mind. All right. I need to get rid of these. I just looked over. I still have these. The flavors of dinner and dessert together at last. cheesy, appley, cinnamony goodness. Grab a spoon and dig in. When does it expire? Like, how long do I have? May. It expires May. Oh, good lord. It is furry. Oh, all right. I'll take it. I mean, well, figuratively. Figuratively. Okay. Anyways. Shut up, Echo. You did mention that, but my brain forgets. You know. Furry mac and cheese. Yeah, the mac and cheese are in the shape of little like wolf anthro wolves. I don't know. Ah, that would sell so well. I was just like, that would sell so well. If you sold furry mac and cheese, there's a market for that. There's a market for that. Someone write that down. We just need to invest in a pasta like maker that can take a wolf mold. Is there something you'd like to tell us? Yeah, that I'm a brilliant businessman. Somebody don't clip it. This is gonna go on a VOD. So this is the copyright. This is proof that I had this idea on this day at this time. So when we go to court, all of us together, like we could say, yes, Soren invented furry mac and cheese. There's a market for this. There's a market for this. Yeah. 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 Use code Soren for 10% off your furry mac and cheese. All right. There used to be Super Mario Brothers mac and cheese. See? We can make mac and cheese anything. Anything can be mac and cheese. Soren's furry mac and cheese. See, and then you can have like you can have a wolf mold of the mac and cheese, and then you can have just like what are those things called? Like alphabet soup kind of like noodles where it's just O and W, so you can go, or A, W and O, so just AU, you can see? I'd rather eat furry mac and cheese than mac and cheese that you have somewhere. What? Then the mac and cheese, oh. Look. I have this, okay? We got this. We can eat this. We can eat this. We can share this, okay? We can share this. This is the Soren Arcanus stream apple pie stream goal. I don't know. We can share this. I can send this to you guys. I'll cook it on stream, on camera. We'll have a cooking stream, and then I'll package it in like little hermetically sealed, like vacuum sealed bags, and I'll mail it out to you guys. Right? See, and then you guys get your cooking stream that you want so bad, and you get to eat my cooking. But it's got to be this apple pie mac and cheese. It's fine, Echo. It's fine. It's fine. I've only burned myself twice. On another note, Soren, chat will not be hearing you out on that character. I don't understand what the issue here is. I don't understand what the issue here is. It's just a character. It's just a character. And it's not even like it's not even the character, the characterization themselves. It's the character design that I liked. Peach. Peach. Ace of Pentacles. I can give you my chalky chip recipe. I love chalky chip recipes. Ace of Pentacles. New opportunities, prosperity, new adventures. So we are on the precipice. We are on the precipice of something new, something different. It is on our horizon. And this is where it gets interesting, right? Because it is on a horizon, but then everything beyond this is not a pentacle. We're looking at cups and wands. And this is going to be a fun read because this goes on a direction that I didn't think it would. Because then we have the Knight of Cups, which I had mentioned before is a card of that quintessential emotional card, right? And in the reverse, as a crossing card, the Knight of Cups represents kind of a moodiness or a heartbreak. So maybe I wonder if this isn't necessarily about romance per se, but this is an emotional connection, right? And I think maybe part of this is personal, right? I think maybe we take these rejections and we take this this journey of trying to find these prospects, and anytime that we come up short, I think maybe part of it we take it personally, right? Because we have so much faith in ourselves, because we have done so well for ourselves in the past that maybe this is in a similar vein to Aaron, where maybe something's going on with me. And that's what that Knight of Wands is that it's those heartbreaks, those personal, quote unquote, personal attacks on ourselves that are pulling us down, right? And that's preventing us from moving forward and moving on. The Two of Cups is the advice that it's giving us to get through this and to get over this. And the Two of Cups in the reverse is a card of... it's a card of imbalance. It's a card of... it's a card that says... how do I explain this? The Two of Cups is a card of kind of quote unquote broken communication. There's a breakdown in how we speak to things, how we speak to others, how we speak to ourselves. And usually it's a more negative card because it's talking about a breakdown of that communication. And I think what it's pointing to in this case is a breakdown of that self-communication, right? Because when things go sideways and or things are not don't go the way that we want them to or we expect them to, I think there's a level of negative self-talk that happens within our own mind. And I think you feel this, Peach. Like I think you'll agree with me that that there is this level of negative self-talk of like, why am I not doing this? Why am I not enough? Why am I not good enough? Right? Because obviously in the past I have been. So what is it about me this time? And it's that negative self-talk that needs to break down. So I think that's what that Two of Cups represents, right? And it's about being kinder to ourselves. It's about being that's the only way I can say it. It's about being kinder to ourselves when these things happen. And it's that breakdown of that negative self-talk. It's okay, Peach. The last card is the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands is our end result, is that card of competition. It's a card of rivalry. It's about a card of playing the game, right? Like it's like we can see here, the Querent in the card is represent playing chess, right? 10 steps ahead, knowing what they're doing. And essentially what I'm getting from this is we have these opportunities that are in front of us, and when failure comes our way, it pulls us down quite severely. But if we can get through that and we can push that aside and we can be kinder and gentler to ourselves, that opens up our mind and our heart and our spirit back to its previous luster, right? Back to a place where we can see all the moves in front of us. Because right now we're kind of blinded by our own we're being blinded by our own self-deprecation, right? Like we're wandering in our own fog, our own hubris. Yeah. But when we can be kind to ourselves and we can forgive ourselves and we can be nice to ourselves, which is some of the hardest things that we can do. Like we are our own worst critics. We are our own worst enemies. It is easy for us to look at ourselves in the mirror and say, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. We are never the kindest to ourselves. The kindness that you show to others, it's okay to point some of that to yourself. It's not selfish to do that. It's not unexpected. It is self-care and self-love. And when we can do that, we can push away that fog. We can see the world for as it is, and we can plan and we can play the game as it was meant to be played. Make the moves that are right without rushing, without the fog of war blinding us, without the threat of, of a self-imposed timeline looming over us. All of that can vanish. I think all of this stems, Peach, from be good to yourself. And I know that's easy for me to say, sitting here on the other side of Twitch. But you deserve to like yourself. You deserve to be kind to yourself. And that's the linchpin in all of this. Okay? I hope that makes sense. You're welcome. Yeah. Hugs for Peach, all the loves for Peach. She needs and deserves it. And you do the same for yourself, Peach. We can give you all the loves and hugs that we can, but you have to be able to do that for yourself too, okay? The stumblings and shortfalls that are happening right now are not an indicator of you, of your self-worth, of your ability. It's just a moment in time. It's a snapshot of the here and now. Okay? It is so much easier caring for others than myself. It's true. And you have a history of that. Right? Like, you have dedicated your life to caring for others, for serving others. So it comes naturally to you that your kindness would flow outwardly. So that's what I'm saying. It is okay for it to flow inwardly. It is not a bad thing. It is not a selfish thing. It's okay. Because it's already tough. It's already hard. Where you're standing right now, what you're trying to do, the things that you're trying to achieve, those are difficult things. In today's day and age, in today's climate, in today's economy, that's tough. So it's okay to show yourself some kindness. And when you do, that burden can lift. It's one less thing you have to carry. Like, so I mentioned this one, I think the last time, or one of the other streams. Like, I was told once that I didn't realize the weight of the mask I was wearing until I took it off. And right now, this mask of stoicism, this mask of self, I don't want to say self-harm because that's not the right term, but this mask that we wear of just, I got this. I don't need to worry about I don't need to worry about me. That weighs on us, whether we know it or not. And once we can drop that mask, and once we can let go of all of that, I think things start to clear up for us. Okay? Okay. Echo, you're up. Hello, Echo. Let's see here. What did you say? Do I really need love, or am I just thinking with my heart instead of my head? What deck do you want to use? Three. A lot of people using deck number 3 today. I'm constantly haunted by that number. 3 is the magic number, you know? A man and a woman had a little baby. There were 3. There were 3 in the family. It's a magic number. Schoolhouse Rock? Anybody? No? Six of Swords. No. Okay, well. Yeah, I'll look that up because it's where it's at, man. 3, 6, 9. 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. To this day, I still do my 3 times tables by singing that song in my head. 6 of Swords, is that what I'm at? Yeah. I'm just a bill here on Capitol Hill. Something, something, something out there. I can't remember the rest of that song. I'm more of the math ones because I was terrible at math. Sorry, was? Still am. Still am terrible at math. 8 of Pentacles. My first thought was Bohemian Rhapsody. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. I started way too high. There was no way I was going to sing that. And Spider knows what's up. Schoolhouse Rock. Conjunction, junction, what's your function? Page of Cups. Linking up words and something else, yeah, you know? All right. Do I really need love, or am I just thinking with my heart instead of my mind? I know this answer you already know. I remember almost none of the songs though. That's the thing, right? Like the entire point of Schoolhouse Rock was that you would remember the songs and that's what would help you get through like the lessons. And I don't remember any of them except for 3. Oh, okay, hold on. Does anyone know Little 12 Toes? Like the 12s times table song? No? Okay. You guys have to listen to Little 12 Toes and then get back to me. Because it is, I don't understand it. Essentially, the entire thing about Little 12 Toes is that if we had 12 fingers and 12 toes, we would be a base, essentially, we'd be a base 12 society. And we'd be able to count by 12s as fast as we count by 10s. But then it also talks about like, oh, if we had 12 toes, like we would count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Dec L Do, with Dec and L being two completely new numbers and Do being written as 1, 0. So 12 would become the new 10, and Dec and L would be single digit numbers. And I can't wrap my head around what Dec and L would look like. Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Dec L Do. Right? Like, I don't understand it. Someone make that make sense for me. Because it doesn't make any sense to me. Okay. I've done with my rant about base 12. Echo. Death Note intensifies. What are you talking about? What's going on? You know, I have a Death Note. I think I showed it on stream once, a long time ago. I have a Death Note, and I had it signed by the manga artist, I think it was. He signed his own, he signed his name in the Death Note. I think I also cosplayed as L that day. So L had the creator of Death Note sign his name into Death Note, is what happened. All right, anyways. I'm getting caught up on the chat here. Okay. Six of Swords. So this is an interesting question because it's, do I need love, or am I thinking with my heart instead of my mind, right? So the heart of the question is, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Sorry, lock me up. Six of Swords. Six of Swords is a card that represents healing, transition, moving forward, right? I wish I had my math and logic book just to watch your head explode with different decimal types. What are different decimal types? There's just one decimal. It's just a single point. Anyways, Six of Swords. Transition, healing, moving on. So this makes me wonder if we haven't had some bad relationships in the past and we're finally starting to move forward from those. We're starting to put those behind us. It's like it kind of shows here. I'm getting some serious deja vu because I feel like this card has shown up for you before, right? Because I swear we talked about fishing. Because that's the vibe I'm getting from this card, right? Is that we're ready to cast our line out, right? We're ready to look at new relationships, right? I think maybe that's where this question is coming from, right? Am I thinking with my head or with my mind? Laura, hello, how are you? Welcome in. We're talking about base 12 and also tarot, I guess. But what are your thoughts on base 12 counting? You don't have to answer that. Anyways, Echo. Eight of Pentacles. That's the card that is blocking this from going, right? From moving forward. The Eight of Pentacles is the card of... I'm doing well. I stick with base 10. Thank you. You and me both, Laura. You and me both. The Eight of Pentacles represents, in the reverse, it's a lack of passion. It's a lack of inspiration in what's going on around us, right? It's poor quality. So a lot of this is there's not a lot of how do I explain this? I'm so sorry. Of the prospects that we see in front of us, of the opportunities that are... Ow. Oh, thank you for the follow.
Laura_Nettles just followed.
Of the opportunities that are in front of us, right? We don't see anything that we really gravitate to. So I think maybe this is also why we see this question mark of like, do I need love, or am I thinking with, am I heart over mind, or am I mind over heart right now? Because we see these opportunities for love, but we're like, ugh, yeah, no, why? Right? So it's this, there's a disconnect between what we see and what we feel. Who needs love when you can catch a bag? What does that mean? I've been trapped in my head for so long. So, and I think maybe that's why we have that question. Oh, money. Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you. I was like, what? I was thinking like a bag, like a physical bag. I'm not a cool guy, Suffy. I don't know these words. Lingo. So, Echo. The thing with mind over heart is I've always sort of been like that. So like when I have an interest and crush, I hate that I obsess over them. Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. So when I talk about the Eight of Pentacles, like there being no, like a lack of passion, right? So that makes so much sense that when you do find someone who you're passionate about, right? That you connect with, because nothing else made sense and nothing else kind of connected with you, you latch onto that, you gravitate to that. So that makes total sense to what you're talking about. Did I see your chat? Hold on, what did you chat? The deck L is duodecimal base 12 joke because in duodecimal base 12, or dozenal, is a positional numeral system using 12 as the base, utilizing digits 0 through 9 plus 2 extra symbols, often, what is that, just blank? Or T for 10, and then... Is there a symbol there that it's not showing up in chat? Or blank, or E for 11. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 TE 10. Is that how this it would be written out? Yeah, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 deck L do. So it'd be T and E. That makes so much more sense. Spider. You just blew my mind right now. You blew it wide open. Mystic! Hello. Mystical. Hello, thank you. What? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 TE 10. Oh, okay. It's a normal feeling, though. It's hyperfixation or limerence. We have so Mystical, we have two different conversations going on here. We were talking about Base 12 and how I didn't understand the Schoolhouse Rock song Little 12 Toes. Okay. And then on top of that, we're talking about Echo's reading right now, where there's a hyperfixation to the one person or the one thing that connects with us, because everything else around is kind of garbage, right? Nothing really connects with us. So when we do find something like, oh, this is the one, it feels right, because everything else, like when one thing feels right, it feels right because everything else doesn't, right? So it's kind of a false positive kind of thing. But the moon, okay? The moon is the advice that it's giving us to get through this, right? And that is a card of... It's a card of... How do I explain this? It's a card of change. It's a card of... I have to lurk, brain too mushy. Good night, Garrow. Have a good night. It's a card that talks about phases and change. And in some cases, it's a card of... It's a card that talks about deception, but I don't think that's what it's talking about this time around. It's not talking about lying to people. This is more about a card of slow and gradual change. Oh my god, that is incredible. That Stuffy just talked about CBT in here, because that's exactly what that's kind of what the moon phases talk about, is that this slow gradual change of... Oh yeah, CBT does have a different I mean, I don't know what that stands for. Anyways, Echo, I would very much rather drown than confess. The feelings of love as a concept is very foreign to me, especially now after all these years. Okay. So yeah, I think that's why we talk about this moon phase, this gradual change of learning to relearning how this is supposed to feel, how this is supposed to work. Because like you're saying, you've been drowning in this feeling for so long that even what love is supposed to feel like and what it actually feels like is foreign to us. So it's about relearning and reassessing the way that we think of these things. So the end result here is the Page of Cups, which this one came up in the last reading, is the beginnings of those romantic feelings. So, to your question, do I really need love, or am I just thinking with my heart instead of my mind? Yes, like you do need love, but the way that you think of love and the way that you see love right now is skewed. So this is a lesson of reframing how we see things, how we think about things. Because love, the cups and the swords can live in tandem with each other. They can live in balance with each other, right? You can't win the game of love by thinking like it's a chessboard, only you're thinking with your heart. So yes, so it is a balance. So that's why you were saying, like, am I thinking with my heart instead of my mind? Right now, you're thinking with your mind instead of your heart. And you're thinking with your mind instead of your heart in the realm of the heart. Which is why it doesn't feel right. Why nothing seems to coalesce, nothing seems to connect. Because we're looking at it and thinking about it the wrong way. So that mood, that gradual change, is going to be important to us into our journey to actually finding true love, true balance. Okay? I leave for 5 minutes. Why are we talking about CBT? Cognitive behavioral therapy. Rocky. Cognitive behavioral therapy. Learning gradually about how we think and how we act. So, Echo. Yes, the answer is yes. You do need love. But I think the more important thing is you need to relearn what is love. Okay? Because you admitted yourself, like it's foreign to you what it's supposed to feel like. And because of that, we see everything through that mental lens. Because love doesn't make sense to us anymore. I'm sorry, Echo. I know it's not the easiest message. It's not the easiest message to swallow. But it's what you need to hear right now. It's what the cards think you need to hear right now, at the very least, okay? So that's why Lady Aphrodite was staring at me. Yeah, that would do it. That will do it. Spider, you're up. Laura, you're on deck, and then Mystical, you're after that. Deck number 1, that's the first one for the night. Not very many people choosing my favorite deck. I may have to replace this deck pretty soon. Maybe with the same deck. Ah, Echo! I'm gonna eat a sandwich and then adios. What kind of sandwich? I have PTSD from eating that sandwich. I ate a sandwich and it gave me a stomachache. One of my cards is torn. So I might have to like... Oh, here it is. You can see it right here. See? I might have to replace it, get a new deck. I'm not asking for one. I'm just asking what kind of sandwich you're gonna have. You're gonna make some of that like lomo saltado sandwich? Like with leftovers? The carne asada and the fries, put it into a sandwich? Oh my god, that'd be so good. You know what sandwich I really want right now? I want a noche media. Does anyone know what that is? Did I get it right? See? See? I know what's up. I know what's up. You should give that deck away to someone when you replace it. Methinks you just want to have my deck. Spider. Ooh, a Ruben sounds great too. Soren, are you Spanish? I am not Spanish. No, I'm not Spanish. But, you know, living on the West Coast, I pick up some colloquialisms. I was saying a giveaway. I don't know if... hold on. Mini poll. Like, would anyone actually care? Like, because look, here's the thing. Because they're well loved and used, right? And obviously some of these have tears and breaks in them. Would anyone actually want my used deck of cards? Wow, stuff is immediately I would want it. All right, well. Let's see, look at that one right there. It's like torn. All right, we'll put that on the list. We'll put that on the list. When I replace my decks of cards, we'll do a giveaway. The High Priestess. What is your... Oh, it's just a general reading. Okay. I want a Reuben... Oh, hold on. Our Reuben milady. What? So, straight up, Reuben sandwiches, one of my favorite sandwiches in the world. Absolutely one of my favorite sandwiches in the world. I think it's a top tier sandwich. Sir, VTuber sell their bathwater. Okay, quick poll. Who wants to buy my bathwater? No, please don't say it. Don't answer that. 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles. Whoever has long hair can get a sandwich from me. I don't have long hair. Nine of Swords. Oh, Spider, I'm sorry. We think Siren is broken tonight. She hasn't really spoken today. The stream was kind of scuffed this morning when we started, so I don't think she I can try to reset her one more time, but I don't think she I don't think she's very happy. Turkey, apple, and cinnamon cream cheese. Turkey, apple, and cinnamon cream cheese? That sounds like Thanksgiving. King of Coins. On a croissant? Okay, now that doesn't sound like Thanksgiving anymore. It sounds like, well, it sounds like breakfast, to be honest. Connect. Okay, let me try to reset Siren really quick. Hold on. Wee.
Well, darling, I must say I find that idea positively titillating, but my bathwater is reserved for special occasions. Perhaps, if you play your cards right, you might just find yourself lucky enough to be in possession of such a rare commodity. Would you dare take the plunge and indulge in such a steamy transaction?
She's back, ladies and gentlemen. She is back. Welcome back, Siren. We were having such a good time without her, and then suddenly she comes back and like, yeah, you want to drink my bathwater?
Oh, my dear Suffy Pop, the concept of soulmates is such a tantalizing notion, isn't it? Our connection does feel rather electric, doesn't it? Maybe our souls are entwined in ways we can't even begin to fathom. Who's to say what the future holds for us? But I must say, exploring that possibility with you sounds incredibly tempting.
Why did she say it like that? She like slowed down at the end. Is she speaking a response on her own? Yes, Mystical. She is. This is my sister, Siren. Behind the scenes, I'm gonna pull back the curtain. She is run through an LLM. She is an AI, and she can respond of her own volition. She does her own thing, and my greatest fear is that she will get me banned one day because I have no control over what she says. Although this isn't working, which is kind of weird. Huh. Okay. So normally I can talk to her directly. Like she can listen to my microphone. But that's not working tonight. Like I was able to get her to respond to Twitch chat, but she will not respond to me anymore, which is strange. Yeah, the hotkeys seem to work. At least they're on. I don't understand why they're not working, but yeah, I can't talk to her tonight. She will not, like, listen to me. Yeah, she's a little bratty today. Who is Satya? Satya is a character that has not yet been developed entirely. She is not yet an AI character. That would be a fun thing to do. I could incorporate a second AI character. That'd be very fun. But she is another character in the lore that is me, Soren. Rocky is our resident storyteller, so they are in charge of my lore, actually. Interesting, she will destroy you as an AI wife, lol, GF. So, yeah, Satya is intended to be my rival. So, backstory, lore story. I am going to run a coffee shop. Right now, I'm just a tarot reader, but I'm going to run a coffee shop, and Satya runs the bookstore across the street. And she's a little critical of these weird things that go on every Tuesday. I normally stream on Tuesdays with the tarot in my ears and turning into a wolf and turning into a demon and all that. Oh yeah, I might as well. So yeah, we can do that too. Echo, I thought you liked long hair. I don't have long hair. All right. General reading for you, right, Spider? Yes. Okay. Satya is human. She is going to be just a human. just a human. Like that's a bad thing. She's gonna be human. The High Priestess. Spider, the High Priestess, a card of our intuition, our unconscious mind, our inner voice. All right. This is our conscience, essentially, right? This talks about human for now. That's true. I started off as just human, and now look at me. I am a demon. Also, also this, which is still in the works, mind you, Laura. Hi. Yeah, so this is also in the works. Not only do I have ears and a tail, but I can just straight up be a wolf. So, couple different forms that I can take. So yeah, you're not wrong. Human for now. All right, we're back. Spider. The High Priestess, our internal monologue, our conscience, right? The voice. Beach form, we don't talk about, Spider. We talk about beach form during beach episode, because I'm pretty sure that would get me banned. Because of the framing of that, like you can't see that I'm wearing swim trunks. It just looks like I'm straight up naked. So we can't do that. And I have to be in like the hot tubs category if I do that. What was I talking about? Oh, our internal monologue. So right now, this is a general reading. So seeing the High Priestess here at the beginning, tells me that we have some internal thoughts, some internal dialogue, some internal demons, no pun intended, that we are dealing with, right? Which kind of makes sense for what we had discussed last time. So if this is related to that, yes, I can see why we're pulling this up, why we're struggling a little bit, right? The Seven of Pentacles talks of hard work, perseverance, diligence. So this internal struggle of who we are, what we want to be, is being blocked by our work. So this makes total sense for what we had talked about before, that what path do I take? How do I reconcile with the stresses that I'm taking on right now? And a lot of that comes from here, right? From that hard work. The Nine of Swords is the card that gives us advice on how to get through that. And the Nine of Swords in the reverse talks about recovery and hope and change and rest. So this tells us that rest is coming. And if it isn't, that has to be one of our priorities, which is a little counter to what I told you last time, right? Of like grin and bear it. But it's also like when we talked about grin and bear it, it was the situation itself, right? Like, do I take on this extra work? Do I accept the responsibilities without the official, the official recognition? And the answer was yes. But it also now means, because we've taken that on, we have to find that balance of, okay, well, yes, I've taken that on, but now I'm also going to rest, right? We have to draw that boundary of like, hey, you know what? I'm doing all this, but you have to give me some time to recover, because this internal struggle that we're seeing is playing havoc wreaking havoc on everything else. There can be no work-life balance if we don't have life-life balance, right? So the King of Coins in the reverse is our end goal here. It talks about indulgence. It talks about greed, but not greed in that like, oh, I have to hoard everything, which again, we talked about. But this is that end result of, hey, you know what? We are going to be able to acquire. But none of that can happen unless we take care of ourselves. So Spider, as we're going down this path of taking on this responsibility, growing without the official kind of recognition, make sure that you take time for yourself so that you don't burn yourself out, because that is the biggest issue that's going to happen here, especially since we have this internal question mark that's going on around us. Okay. Soren, we already opened the bag of major arcanas of Soren. Let the woman be done cooking before we open that bag. For Satya? Okay, look. I just got a lot of ideas in my head, okay? Just got a lot of ideas in my head. Just gonna put them down on paper. Not all of them have to come to fruition. I'm just speaking out loud. You're welcome, Spider. You got this. I know you do. Laura, you're up. How long should it be? What are you talking about? How long should it be? Hair? That's the only thing I can think about. Rocky, we're not talking about this. We're not talking about this anymore. I've gotten roasted what's the word I'm looking for? Disproportionately. Laura. What do I need to keep in mind so I can finish writing this novella? I'm intimidated by having to write the espionage finale. Deck number 3. So, question for you, Laura. I am familiar with the word novella, but what defines a novella? Separate from a novel, for example, or a short story. Look, Rocky, all I'm going to say, this is the last thing I'm going to say on this. Is that I don't understand how the character and the characterization and how that character is played cannot be separated from the character design. I don't understand how those two cannot be mutually exclusive. One can enjoy the design of the character and not like the character themselves. So I don't understand why we have this disconnect here, Rocky. I never disagreed with you that the characterization was bad. But the character design, I enjoy. This becomes very close to a separate the art from the artist argument, which is a whole different thing. But I feel like there is a argument to be made that the characterization and how that character is played can be separate from the design of a fictional character. word count, it's between 20k and 40k. That's the defining factor of a novella, is that it is 20 to 40k words long. Four of Wands. So that means it's completely possible for you to go in your mind, set out to write a novella, and you're just like in the groove, and then suddenly you're writing a novel. And he was like, oh, shoot, it's 60k. Well, yep, I guess I'm a novelist now. Three of Cups. All right, so let's see here. Let me reread your question. Let's see. What do I need to keep in mind so I can finish writing this novella? I'm intimidated by having to write the espionage finale. Okay. All right, so we have the Queen of Swords. We have the Four of Wands. Sorry, the Five of Swords, the Four of Wands, and then the Three of Cups. It's a little all over the place as far as balance goes. The swords represent our mind, the wands represent our passions, the cups represent our heart. So in the initial portion here, and I think maybe you already knew this, so maybe this isn't news to you, but it seems like a lot of this is going to be in our head, right? There isn't a lot of physical or emotional or even passion-driven things that are preventing us from this. It's in our head, right? Just like you said, I am intimidated by having to write the finale, right? So the Queen of Swords is our hero now, and in the reverse, this represents a card of judgment, of bitterness, of cruelty, right? Of what is going to be directed to me, towards me, for the words I put on the page, right? There is that fear of judgment, right? Because it's not fantasy. It's not something that is made up. Espionage is a very tried and true, like, genre, right? People have expectations of what espionage is supposed to look like, what it's supposed to feel like, what it's supposed to sound like. So you were very much in the right to be in your own head about this, to fear is too strong of a term, to be intimidated by those prying eyes of, oh, well, that's not how, spies work. How do they know? Are they a spy? And if so, they're not going to tell you if they're any spies worth their salt, right? But it is totally understandable and justifiable. Now, the thing that makes this even more difficult is the Five of Swords. So again, inside of our head, right? The Five of Swords is a card of surrender. It's a card of bullying. And this is not related to the people who we think might object to what we write. This is, again, self-inflicted, right? Because if we look at the Five of Swords, we talk about we talk about the hiding behind the mask and also the shadows that lurk within. Right? So when we talk about the things that are making this difficult for us, and we talk about surrender and bullying, it is these dark thoughts, it is the shadows that lurk from within that we're allowing to succeed, that we're surrendering to those negative thoughts, those ill wills that come from within, right? Rocky, that's a wall of text. I will get to it. Let me just finish my reading. I want to give you your piece. So give me a second. We have allowed that negative self-talk to get into our own head, to affect us in such a way, right? And the advice to get through that is going to be the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is a card of our passions, right? So we go from within our own head to the Wands, which is our passions, I assume is related to our writing, right? Because the Four of Wands in reverse is a card of self-doubt. It's a card of canceled ideas, canceled plans, right? And I think what this is talking about here, especially in relation to the situation that's going on around us, is what you think you knew, what your original thought process for this was, has already been tainted by this self-doubt, right? You have me an idea? What's going on? What inspiration has struck for you, Laura? Before I continue, if you want to share, or if you want me to continue on, just let me know. It's funny, even without the correction, I understood it as like, I have an idea, you have me an idea. So like, I understood what you're getting at, Laura. And maybe because of what I was talking about here is like, it's not about the things that you already had in mind have kind of been altered. You have a preconception of what you want to do because of this situation. And the Four of Wands talks about coming up with a new idea, coming up with a new direction, not necessarily moving away from the espionage finale. Please continue. I'm going to incorporate the other genre. It's more the other genre. It is more into the family. Just okay. So I think you understand kind of where we're going here, is that it's about changing that direction, because you're intimidated by the espionage finale. It's not gonna soar the way that it normally would have had it been able to develop freely and without prejudice, right? The end result card is the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups is a card of overindulgence. It's a card of talk, a card of rumor is the wrong term, but it becomes just like how gossip kind of perpetuates and word of mouth. That's the end result here, is that people can't stop talking about what's happening. And when we talk about overindulgence, what I mean is reaping our rewards, reaping the things that we have worked towards, right? So what this talks about is, and I have to explain a little bit more, right? Because the Three of Cups represents, in the upright, it represents community and coming together. In the reverse, it is a card of isolation. So no one else Not they don't celebrate with you, but no one else is responsible for the success. You and you alone are going to be the arbiter of your success. And all of that comes from looking at this through a new way, pivoting, finding those new ideas. And you will be able to succeed and celebrate in that success. And people will talk about that. It's going to be that earworm that people can't stop thinking about. So I think you're on the right track here. Like I was talking about, I was talking about that self-doubt poisoning the watering hole here. And then you immediately said, I have a new idea. That was the spur of the moment. That was the genesis of that new path forward. And I think you already saw it. And I think you know what you need to do. And I'm just glad that I got to see it live during our reading. That this reading was a direct correlation, a direct causation to those next steps of getting you to where you need to be, okay? You're very, very welcome. Anytime. I'm always here, usually on Tuesdays, but I'm always here, okay? Good luck. I was gonna say, I hope to read your novella. I don't know where I'd find it, but I hope I run into it. Mystical Moodlet. Ah! Oh my goodness!
Laura_Nettles just cheered 100 bits.
Laura, thank you so much. You didn't have to do that.
We'll
really
now
didn't.
begin the push-up section. Ready? Begin.
And I know you didn't know this, but anytime anyone throws bits at me, I have to do more exercise at the end of the week. So I'll tack on 5 extra minutes on the treadmill just for you. I'm gonna help me get healthy. But thank you so much. It's okay. It's been worse. I've had 30 minutes tacked on. And then before I did treadmills, I used to do push-ups. So I had to do hundreds of push-ups because of it. So you are 100% fine, Laura. All right, so Mystical Moodlet, you're up if you're still around. And while we wait, let me go ahead and see. Let me set the stage here. But let's go ahead and take a look at Rocky's message. Let's go ahead and give them their piece, and let's see what's going on. Let's see here. Not really, because say if hypothetically we allow you to use that character as a reference, Satya gets made, but also looks quite close to the character. People get reminded of that character. People hate that character now. People hate Satya because of that association. Separating the character from the design isn't easy because both aspects are directly tied. Separating art from the artist easier because generally the artist isn't directly in the art. I'm not dogging on you. I just want to give an explanation. It's kind of like branding. Okay, now. Oh, by the way, Laura, I have to do at least 30 minutes and then I tack on the extra stuff. So I'm getting my exercise. Don't worry about it. So, Rocky. This is an interesting topic here to talk about because that was one character example. Now, pull back the curtain a little bit. When I designed my VTuber model, I had initially on the mood board or however you want to call it, right? I had one character that was in mind that was in my mind as kind of the the genetic like root of how I thought the character me, right, would look. And that was the very beginning of the creative phase. As I start to design the character, and similar to Siren, when I just, well, I mean, Siren was very much a different design process because she was inspired by me. But even when because this version of Siren has the most unique costume and outfit of any of the Sirens that have existed, right? Because you remember the old Sirens. Siren version 1, Siren version 2, and then this version of Siren. She has her own unique costume. When I designed her costume for this version of Siren, similar to when I designed my own persona, my own avatar, my own model, it started off with one inspirational route. And then it branched from there. As the design process grew and changed, and we got closer and closer to what the final version of the character was going to look like, more and more influences came in. So to say that using this version of Velma as the initial like seed of the character is going to taint the final product, I don't think is fair to the design process. And it's not fair to my creative process. Because I am not a carbon copy of the original character that I thought of. Siren is not a carbon copy of the original character that I inspired her outfit by. In fact, like, you wouldn't be able to even see any similarities at this point. But the seed has to come from somewhere. And the easiest seed that I could find of a bookish, smart, fiery character was her. So, all that to say, I don't think it's fair to me that Satya is being pigeonholed against one character reference. When as she grows as a character, as we design her, other influences are going to take hold. And we haven't gotten there yet. We haven't even discussed what those next steps are. And I think the difficult part is, and frankly, the hurtful part is that you don't like the seed that I chose. Because you can take and pick and add characteristics, the best of the characteristics of different characters to make this happen, to make a character, to make a whole new unique character. Like, they don't have to be carbon copies of the original seed. You can pick and choose what you want from them. And if for example, this is not set in stone, but for example, the glasses or the personality or the hair or the whatever are the bits and pieces that I want to take from that, then that's what carries over into the next iteration, the next generation of who Satya is. And then we tweak and we fine tune, we see what works and what doesn't work. But I think it's unfounded worry that you have that this seed character is going to permeate throughout every iteration. I don't think that's quite right. I think maybe your concerns are a little unfounded here. And let's be clear. Let's be a little clear here. No one had to know who the seed character was in reality. Just us, the design team, really had to know. And I think no one would have known when we see the final version of her. But I think that's my piece. That's what I want to say, is that I see where you're coming from. I do. But I think I think your concerns are a little unfounded. Like my character, no one would ever guess where the inspiration came from. Yeah, Peach, I have no idea. I wouldn't be able to tell. I couldn't tell you. Very original, armor choices. No idea. Who put a quote in here? What is this? Oh, it's Echo, my spider mod. What? All right. Oh, they put a whole bunch of other quotes in here too. I haven't even looked at the quote channel in this long. Midna distracts me. All right. I did say that, to be fair. I did say that. My color balance is all off. Why is it yellow? Nope. There we go. That's weird that it was like yellow. All right. We've kind of slowed down. Do we want to do anything different? Do we want to do anything special? I think Mystical is not in the chat anymore, unfortunately. You're being Simpson. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. I'm being Simpsoned. Turn into a Simpsons character. Wait, how? What is going on that is making me a Simpsons character? Oh, the lighting. Yeah, okay, yeah. Fair. It is late. It is a Thursday. I don't normally stream today, so, I get you. So I kind of want to do something, and I don't know. I've been told not to do it. Right? I've been told, oh, like, don't raid bigger streamers. And I've kind of wanted to, but she is like the biggest streamer, like one of the biggest streamers. Like Iron Mouse is streaming right now. And I'm just like, do I want to raid into her? Like, just like throw a raid in? I don't know what the implications of that are, you know? Because like we're 30 minutes out from the end of stream. So I'm looking at raid targets. People I don't normally, sorry, what am I saying here? Since it's an off day for me, I don't stream on Thursdays. The people who normally stream around the same time are not streaming. So I don't have my normal raid targets. And part of me is like, do I just go for it since the opportunity's here? I don't know. Also, I did want to try something. Let's see, is it this one? No, it's gotta be here. Let's see here. Oh, okay, we're gonna do that. Let's see here. Can I view this? How do I view these? I don't think I can. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Interesting. So does it not exist here? Okay. I'm messing around with my model because I saw someone do something. But I don't know how to do it. I don't know how they did it. Is it this one? Let's see, is it that one? No, that's not it. Like, this is lighting. How do they do it? Is it this one? No, it's not that one either. I'd say go for it. Okay, so you guys want to raid into Iron Mouse? Is that what you're saying? It's not this one. So maybe I just don't have the ability to customize it the way I thought? Let's see. Okay, let's do this piece of hair. Oh, okay, so that's okay. Interesting. Okay. Okay, let's see that one. Okay. God, I have a lot of hair. Okay. That one. That one. Oh my gosh, I have so much hair. Okay, this piece. Okay. Okay. This piece. Okay. Surely I can just search for all of these, right? Hold on. Apparently I can't. Okay. How about that one? What's that one called? Oh no, they're not labeled correctly. Okay. Which one is this? Oh, that's like a majority of it. Oh no, I don't have a head. I don't have a head. Okay, we gotta put all these back. Okay, put my hair back. I got too real. I thought maybe I had like a little bald head underneath my hair. It turns out I don't. I just have a face. Crazy. Although, that now leaves a very interesting question. Can this change? And let's do that. Let's see. This entire guy right here. No, this guy right here. Okay. Oh wait, we don't want to do that. That's gonna transparent it. Let's see, we can do like this maybe. Oh, we can go blue. We can do a little hue shift. See, look at that. So we can mess around with the model a little bit. Not so much, not too much, but we can. All right. There was something else I was going to talk about. I can't remember what it was. Anyways, I can't remember what it was. Yeah, no, I think I can't remember what it was. Oh, did you see the new Elgato like Stream Deck that they released? It's like the XL Plus, I think it's called, the Plus XL. So a really funny story, or maybe not that funny, but when I was at TwitchCon last year, I was talking to one of the Elgato reps, and they were talking about the Stream Deck Plus, which has the little knobs on it, because they had programmed it so the knobs would move the avatar around the screen without you having to use the mouse. So you could just fiddle with the knobs and it would move around and like zoom in and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, that's really cool, but I need more than like the 8 buttons it has. And the guy goes to me and he goes, okay, well, just don't buy anything in the next year then. If you want knobs and you want like a lot of buttons, I can't say anything, but don't buy anything. Don't waste your money on anything. And lo and behold, like a couple months, like half a year later, this thing drops. I was like, I'm pretty sure this is what he was talking about. So, all that to say, I didn't know what was coming out. I just knew that it was coming out. Lord Oswald Spencer. Did you know that there are only two types of people? Me and Kevin Ryman. Who is Kevin Ryman? I gotta look this up. Kevin Ryman. Wait, Kevin Ryman's a fictional character from Resident Evil. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the boop. So are you saying we all fall into just like the categories of people? Like either we are a Lord Oswald Spencer or we are a Kevin Ryman? It's kind of like what is that? That's all movies are trying to be Wizard of Oz or The Shining, like, or is that how that works? Like it's either one or the other. Rocky, thank you for the boop. And Rocky, it's fine. It's fine. I saw, I read kind of what you sent me. I get it. Like it's not, how do I explain this? I don't want to stifle your creativity. So that's definitely not what that's definitely not what my intent was. Like you don't have to be more quiet or anything like that. That's not the case. I just wanted to say my piece, and paint what my creative process was, because I don't think we had discussed that. Like I had sent you this idea without you knowing that how I operate. So that wasn't fair to you either. So no apologies necessary from you. You did nothing wrong. I get you. Okay. Lord Spencer, what did you say? It's just, I do support anything related to biological outbreaks, by the way. Pleasure to meet you. Like, what's that movie called? With the monkey? Outbreak? Yeah, that movie? Outbreak? I do support anything related to biological outbreaks. Like in real life? Or like, well, I guess maybe like Resident Evil, that makes sense. Now I have to see, hold on. Is your name a reference to something? Lord Oswald Spencer. Let's see, you are also from Resident Evil. Oh, okay. Yes, okay. So if I said, is that a biological outbreak? If I said, friends from the AMS, it's time. Would that mean anything to you? Does that mean anything? I think Planet of the Apes also falls into the category. Does it? Oh yeah, I guess it does. Also, Lord Oswald Spencer, I have to break it to you. I'm so very sorry. I played like 2 Resident Evil games and then noped the heck out because I just couldn't do it. Like I played Resident Evil, which is now called Resident Evil 0, and the third-person camera, I could not do it. It freaked me out way too much. So I don't know any of the Resident Evil lore, unfortunately. That's why I didn't know who you were. I was like, that name sounds familiar, but I didn't know who you were. Same thing with, Kevin Ryman. I did play House of the Dead because that was a rail shooter, so it didn't scare me as much. But that's what I think of when I think of like an Outbreak game. It's House of the Dead. Suffer like G did? You know, the classic. Planet of the Apes. Is that really an Outbreak movie? Or is it just like a rampant like evolution movie? I'm trying to think of like both versions of the movie, like the old one and the new one. Biological outbreak of the ape flu is what evolved apes and killed most of humanity in the recent Planet of the Apes movies. Okay, maybe that's why I'm confused, because I'm thinking of the old one, and I can't remember if that's also an outbreak one. What's another outbreak movie? What's another outbreak movie that I've seen? Oh, not movie, but have you played oh my god, what's that game called where you play as a virus? What is it called? Someone help me. What is it? What's the game called? You play as a you play as a virus, like you have to infect the world. What is it called? I have it on my phone. What is it called? Let me find it. So let's see, it's called Plague Inc. Plague Inc. Yeah, that's it. Thanks, Sophie. I love that game. Plague Inc. And then Resident Evil 2. No, it's not Resident Evil 2. Left 4 Dead 2, obviously. It's a great one. What else is a good outbreak / zombie game / movie? What else is out there? Was it like 21 Days Later? Like 21 whatever? I haven't seen the movie. I heard good things. Walking Dead, obviously. What else? What else? The old one, I think, lore-wise, is due to the time travel and ape pets overthrowing humanity. Okay. There's time travel in the old one? Oh yeah, you're right. There is time travel in the old one. That's a movie I haven't seen in a very, very long time. What else? Literally every zombie movie. What else? What's another like zombie game I played? I don't play very many zombie games because they scare me. But yeah, Resident Evil 0 like scared the bonkers out of me. Like there's a scene where there's a level where you're like walking down a hallway and then the camera angle is like from the corner of the room. And then you walk down the hallway, which is next to some windows. And like, it hints that something's going to happen, but nothing ever does. And then you get to the end of the hallway, you do your thing, and then you turn back around. And then you have this false sense of security. And then the dogs jump through the window. So that one got me. Like, I couldn't do it. After that, I was like, nope. I noped the heck right out. All right. You know, I think maybe we call it for tonight. a little quieter. We got some good yaps in. We got some good readings in. We're about 15 minutes out, so we're not too, you know, we're not cutting it too early. But yeah. Oh, go figure. So, you know, I kind of made up my mind. She's oh my god. She is streaming to 5,700 people right now. So, a little like 10 person raid be a little drop in the bucket for her, but I made up my mind. We're going to go raid Iron Mouse because she is streaming and normally I don't get to do this. So, we're gonna do it. We're gonna say hi, and then we're gonna be part of her viewership for a little while. But thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate it. I know it's my off day, but thank you for showing up. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for spending your time with me. I got a shout out to my Major Arcana supporters: Peach, Ariel, Spider, Shadow. Thank you. Next week, we are probably going to do the drawing for the Major Arcana supporter of the month. That way you can get your full reading. And then at the end of this month as well, we are doing our Bioshock. Yeah, I can see that with like the splicers and everything. What was I saying? At the end of this month, we're doing the Artmageddon Part 2 with Lumi this time. They are going to be live commenting and maybe even sharing a canvas with me, as well as doing some personality quizzes, so they can keep me honest, because I usually try to get the answers I want out of the quizzes. And then for April, we are going to have, at least try to do, a bunch of fun collabs. So Suffy, Rocky, Lumi, maybe even Garo. I think there's like 4 or 5 weeks in April. So we will try to plan something. And maybe we'll actually get this lore stream off the ground, because it's been a long time coming. All right. So everybody, I will see you next week. Next week we're gonna go do tarot again. So a lot of the same normal stuff. I'll see you next week. Until then, oh well, actually, before I do my closing, let me start the raid. I still can't believe I'm doing this, but she is playing Resident Evil. Go figure. So, everybody, I'll see you next week. Until then, be good to yourselves and be good to each other. I'll see you later. Bye. Okay, I have no idea what's going on. I can't raid anyone. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I'm back. We're back. What is happening? How come I can't raid anyone? Have I got shadow banned? What's happening here? No, I tried raiding someone else too, and I can't raid them. Jay, I've raided Jay before, and I can't raid them. What the heck? All right, hold on. Let me see. Okay, Jay. Can I raid Jay? Okay, I can raid Jay. Okay, there we go. So we'll raid Jay. They're playing Pokemon right now. Okay, let's do raid. Raid. I don't know. I don't have a raid message. All right, for reals this time. I will see you guys next time. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Bye-bye.